We'll move on here to our last player. It is Darnell Wright, offensive tackle out of the University of Tennessee. A lot of our listeners are going to be familiar with this one. He's a guy that is listed on the consensus board as the 58th overall player. He is tackle 7 on their list, and he comes in at 6'6", 335 pounds, not lacking for size, that's for sure. I don't know what his arm length is, but with those measurables, I'd imagine he's got a nice wingspan on him. What do you think?
It was just over 34 inches.
There we go. So perfect arm length there for a tackle at the next level. He's kind of right on that bubble of guys that, you hesitate to consider a tackle outside of the first round or two. On the consensus board, he's right there at the edge of the second round, but it sounds like you have him a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, I have him as my 20th overall player, third ranked offensive tackle.
Wow.
Okay. So I was listening, I can't remember, it might have been Colin Cowherd. It was some podcast or show that where Andrew Whitworth was on, and he was talking about the way that Lane Johnson, right tackle for the Eagles, the way that Lane Johnson plays, and he described it as it looks like he's just back there smoking cigarettes while he's playing. Like, that's how it is with Darnell Wright, someone who is just like when he would go against the bottom half of the SEC, like Kentucky, Missouri, it's like he was just playing around. Like, there are times he'll be a little bit sloppy with his technique, and it's almost a positive for me because he still is able to like make the play, block whoever he's trying to block. But like, it's really hard to describe, but I like watching him against LSU. The way that he can just slide around the pocket, almost infinite pocket range, which is really surprising. He's very different than what you would expect for someone who's, what was he, like 340 pounds? He moves.
He's listed 335. I wouldn't be shocked if he's a little bigger than that. Yeah.
Yeah. He might be like the best mover of any offensive tackle in this class when you adjust for weight. Like if he lost 30 pounds and went down to 310, like most offensive tackles, he might like set the combine record for 3-cone or something. So yeah, really quick feet. Pretty much never saw. I watched today. I actually like finished my Darnell Wright evaluation, and so I've watched every single snap that he took this past season. I don't think I saw him get beat to the outside one time. There are times he will overset occasionally, and when he does get beat, there are a few times he gets beat to the inside, but again, just an elite ability to mirror. He can, if a pass rusher takes a jab step inside, he can mirror that inside rush, like make a full kick slide inside and then slide all the way back out and give the quarterback a wide pocket to work with. So the range, the foot quickness, elite. He's really good with his hands. He'll do a jump set where he engages really quickly at the start of the snap, and then he'll disengage. He's really good using the snatch trap technique. He's great throughout the process of the rush. He's constantly forcing the pass rusher to disengage. If the pass rusher gets his hands on him, he's swatting them down immediately, taking a couple steps back and then getting his hands up and resetting the play basically. And then he kind of has that nasty like block finisher mentality, puts as many people on the ground in pass protection as anyone in this class outside of DeJuan Jones, probably. And then he's also, as a run blocker, he has a lot of power on down blocks and double teams. Tennessee's rushing offense, they maybe ran like outside zone 3 times. So you pretty much have nothing to evaluate in terms of hand placement and technique and zone blocking. And run blocking is the main issue that I have with Darnell Wright. The one consistent
Okay.
real negative that he has is that he'll lower his head at the point of contact and allow defenders to swim through him. And then when he's heading to the second level, he's going for that highlight block, and he's just kind of like barreling down, dips his head down. He's not looking at the player he's trying to block and just kind of throws himself into him, and doesn't have as high of a success rate as he should for someone who has the hand technique that he's shown in other aspects of his game. He's got the speed. I mean, he flies across the formation when Tennessee pulled him a lot. So he has the traits absolutely to develop into a better run blocker, but the run blocking tape was not that great. So that's the main negative for Darnell Wright. But going back into that guy's question, kind of like, this is where I would say the pass protection with Darnell Wright is
definitely
so good that I don't think I could not take him in the first round. And for the Titans specifically, I think he's a good enough player where if he was there in the second round, I might just say sayonara to NPF, honestly.
Wow. That is a fascinating take, and one that I'm sure will be talked about quite a bit, considering this is a Tennessee player. A lot of people here that are Titans fans and Tennessee fans going to be looking at Darnell Wright closely over the next coming weeks.